Coming to you from his downtown Denver studio, here's the Backstage Jazz Radio Show with your host, Steve Roby.
Hello, friends at home, friends in the studio. This is the Backstage Jazz Show, and I'm Steve Roby. My guest today is Craig Northup II, the lead vocalist of the hip-hop group iies. Iies is spelled I-I-E-S and pronounced eyes. Craig will discuss their upcoming Dazzle performance and the group's music today. Welcome to Backstage Jazz, Craig.
Hey. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on this podcast. It's a beautiful opportunity, and I'm glad to talk about it.
Great. I'm glad you can make it. Thank you, Craig. Why don't we start out with a brief overview of your musical background and how did the formation of iies come together? Awesome.
This is a fun story. I love telling this story. So let's hop right in. So before iies, I used to go by Craig II. That was kind of my moniker before all of this stuff happened. And I was just your usual kind of hip-hop artist gigging around Denver. I did that for about several years, performing a lot of songs from Poetry in the Field, one of my first EPs, and Rebirth, my second. Poetry in the Field was released around 2017, and that album gave me a lot of opportunities to do a lot of shows and work with a lot of amazing Denver artists. And one of them was Baz Gillen, the drummer of iies. Very talented young drummer. I ran into him at this event, and him and I were performing at it. Right before I was called on to go on stage, I realized I didn't bring my hard drive or my backing vocals for the instrumentation, right? And which was pretty shocking at this gig, right? And Baz offered to play the drums, do some improv, and I was like, I can freestyle. And so we ended up just doing that for about like an hour and a half for this set. It was very important because that's where I very first met him. And he just kind of knew me as this guy who was really good at freestyling at the time. So some years later, he invited me to freestyle up in Boulder with some pals that he knew. And one of them was Killian Birch, who was our pianist. And we played around a couple times. They convinced me to play some gigs together at local places like the Mutiny. And eventually we started adding more musicians, Jacob and Aiden. And we eventually formed this thing now that we are calling iies.
Sounds like you're getting a little practice in the background there, too.
Yeah. We're actually at rehearsals right now. I kind of stepped away to take this call.
I appreciate that. Well, let's talk about some of your musical influences and mentors. Who did you grow up listening to? And were there any mentors that along the way that encouraged you to keep singing and to keep playing?
Great question. Personally, my influences were they're kind of different nowadays. My influences are very much artists that paid a tribute to jazz and instrumental music. And just kind of like push the genre of hip hop specifically. I mean, even with its jazz roots, artists like Flying Lotus, Yusuf Days, Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. I know for the band, we kind of share these essential artists too, like Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, Jimi Hendrix,
all the greats.
Spinky Alford. It's just some cool influences there. I think that's really what keeps me driven. I'm kind of a connoisseur of music. Throughout my life, I just whatever really influenced me, I just kind of kept.
Cool. I understand iies has a mission statement, which intrigues me. I don't think I've ever interviewed anybody or a band member that the group has a mission statement that the group strongly believes in. Tell me more. Sounds like a corporation.
iies, there's a lot of meanings. There's like several meanings to iies. It's a very big word, you know. It's almost kind of like jazz in a way. Kind of just how like it's a very it has its roots with, you know, synonymous with other words. But jazz in itself is a very interesting word, you know. And I feel like iies is kind of the same thing as in the way it's spelled as well, right? Like, and I feel like it definitely there's small coincidences or metaphors here and there. One of them being like the two eyes, and eyes is resembling the two eyes in the last name of my name with the second. So like iies is a play on that. But also mostly iies is meant to be a play on the actual word iies, and how our band kind of offers perspective and perspectives. Basically, all of us come from different musical backgrounds. Killian, our pianist, comes from like a jazz fusion background. Aiden, our guitarist, like a blues, funk, soul. Jacob, a big band jazz. Baz, jazz, funk. Me, with my hip hop roots, you know, I just feel like we've created something kind of very interesting, and it's all from our different angles and viewpoints. And so eyes are kind of like a resembling of like how we all have different standpoints, and we're offering it to create like a grander perspective of something that we just conglomerated to make sonically. So it's a lot of genre blending, a lot of different things going on with us, and that's kind of what our goal is.
Nice. That's pretty deep. I'll give you credit on that. That's an interesting perspective. Yeah, good for you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Let's dive into some of the group's music. You sent over 2 songs for us to share and discuss with our listeners. Appreciate that when groups send music in that we can share and play on the show. The first track up is called Black and Blue. What's the backstory on this song?
Black and Blue. Earlier, when you asked me about my backing, as Craig II, that first album, Poetry in the Field, had Black and Blue on it, right? This song was, I freestyled this song. I completely just let my raw energy come out. And it was at Side 3 Studios. Shout out Side 3 Studios. We just made this record on a whim. And it was retrieved by fans as like one of their favorites. Also, when we formed this band, it was one of the band's favorites to play. It kind of kept its improv nature. So we kind of just remade this song, and it's out now on YouTube at iies.co YouTube, or is our YouTube channel, and we have like a live version at Tango Studios of us performing Black and Blue. This song that I made when I was like 17.
Wow.
18.
Does the title or the meaning of the song have any significance for you?
Black and Blue, right, is kind of like a nod to kind of just being like of a ethnical sense. Me being an African American here in America and being just blue, like in the term blue, is like black and blue. But also the chorus is when one listens to it, they'll find that I'm saying like, there's 50 shades of blue, but I'm 50 shades bluer. And that's a nod to the term of blue, right? And feeling as if like the blueness that I feel and the trials and tribulations have made me feel 50 shades bluer.
Nice. I like it.
And so that's kind of what the meaning behind that would be.
Okay. I appreciate you explaining that. Let's give a listen to it now. This is Black and Blue by iies, and you're listening to Backstage Jazz.
Homie, I could cry a river, hop in that bitch and never return. Until the love in my soul burns. Man, you live, you learn. Real love is earned, respect deserved from high work for sure. Feel me, don't got no pistols for many, simply just adore. But that's all I Smith delinquent, trying to return for living out of a bad like road trip. Try your dish, I hold fits as well as grudges. You fuck my bitch, you better have loved it. Cut your numbers up like scoreboards. Finish B-boys, then destroy habits and build billboards. Wait right the second on it. Leto is greatness hot. Michael Jordan force. Luke Skywalker, Luke. Warm pussy knocks me out cold as if I Ian Sarty Kimbo. And while your slice of pie might be better off sliding in with the 1%. Slip my PJs on and take a hate the chronic, writing chronicles. How you not legit? I'm the shit. On some slashing competition, walk with it, jump up in the up. Yeah, backing like the backhand. Bring your back, ancient vocal rhythms. We was never perfect, and heaven's purpose was to encourage. Also 4 fist tons more than lies of they love when it's up. And you're not real, please confess up. Bums to me. is more than business. This your talk program is too complex to send up. Shades bluer, you want shade of blue. I'm 50 shades bluer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said there's 50 shades of blue. I'm 50 shades bluer. There's 50 shades of blue. I'm 50 shades bluer. You want shade of blue? I'm 50 shades bluer. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shades blue, I said you're one type of blue, man. I'm 50 shades of blue, yeah, 50 shades of blue, yeah, 50 shades blue, 50 shades of blue, 50 shades blue, there's 50 shades of blue, 50 shades blue, you're one type of blue, 50 shades blue, oh yeah,
You're listening to Backstage Jazz, and my guest today is Craig Northup II from the group iies. And the second song we're going to feature today is called Homesickness. Tell us about this one, Craig.
Homesickness is a very special song to me personally. This song is also very much a nod to kind of the perspectives of this band and how we're genre blending. The song is kind of attributing to like a kind of a folky jazz, rap, or hip-hop compilation. And it's a song about nostalgia and coming of age. Personally, when I wrote this song, I kind of was just thinking of how I used to play at this playground off 6th Avenue. If for all the Colorado natives listening here, it was 6th Avenue, right under the little bridge. Yeah, Ursula. Yeah, that's the street. So there's like a little park over there. It's like in this little Christian church. And I used to play there as a kid. And I drive by it sometimes and I get this sense of nostalgia and just how time has passed. And it's just that bittersweet feeling that kind of is happy, but it's kind of sad. And I think that's what that song is. It's just a time capsule of being in that in-between space. Yeah, and some beautiful artists on there features Paul Jesse on the chorus, Kenny Six on the second verse, Hannah Davis on the third verse, beautiful vocalists. They helped tie that song together.
That's a great intro, Craig. Thanks. So let's listen to now. This is called Homesickness by iies. You're listening to Backstage Jazz.
Smell bolognese and bacon. Yeah, get out the bed, slap on a new toy. Yeah, nightmares is all done. Fears met with warm hugs. Spinning twine with a silver thread. Strumming chords I lash on. Real shit. Pray for the day and they hear it. Reminiscing on the faces, I can feel the reminiscence of my filaments. Memories bring sentiments. Still remembering our innocence. Homesickness is summertimes living on us alone. Say sad.
Homesick, and I just missed my way back home. I'll try and make it there on my own.
Put down my book bag, type in the timeline. Roll out my vices, wearing the sunlight. I keep my blinds closed, I keep my eyes closed. Soon as I get home, soon as I get home. Yeah, sitting up serving my diet. Really I feel like confess. Sit on the edge of my bed, lay back. Yeah, sit on the edge of my bed and lay back. I touch the sky at night. A tear rolls from my eye. I feel it in my fingertips. Love the way the wind drifts from my silhouette.
I'm homesick, and I just missed my way back home. I'll try and make it there on my own. I
keep a girlfriend that helps me find love, and I keep a couple friends that help me call my bluff. I'm connected with the land and hustle frees my soul.
I'll try and make it there on my own.
Longing for a house we never built, checking for a key I never had, wishing there were more words to describe this sensation then sigh, 'cause it feels so overused, feels so underplayed. All I wanna say is I'm homesick.
That helps me define love, and I keep a couple friends that help me call my bluff. I'm connected with the land and hustle frees my soul. You might never understand, but I don't mind love.
I
Keep a girlfriend that helps me define love, and I keep a couple friends that help me call my bluff. I'm connected with the land and hustle frees my soul. You might
try and
never
make it
understand,
there
but
on
I
my
don't mind
own.
love.
I'm
Keep a girlfriend that helps me define love, and I keep a couple friends that help me call my bluff. I'm connected with the land and hustle frees my soul. You might
try and
never
make it
understand,
there
but I
on my
don't mind
own.
love.
This is Backstage Jazz, and my guest today is Craig Northup II, the lead vocalist with the hip-hop group iies. I understand iies will be releasing its debut single and music video soon. Tell me about that, Craig.
I can't explain how excited we are to share this album. So this song is another take on like our mission and the offering of perspectives. There's so many things in this. You name it: swing, rock, hip hop, blues, funk, jazz, bebop, Latin, drum and bass. We just took most of our influences and kind of just allowed them to beautifully tie together. And then you have me here with my lyrically driven self trying to keep up with these great musicians. We're really excited to share it. Right now, we're kind of still working on the date. It's going to be at least a month, or by the end of this month, or the beginning or the end of next month. But it will be coming soon. I can't quite talk about the title yet.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Actually, I will. Okay.
Oh, we got an exclusive.
I don't want to get in. We have a saying here at our shows, and it's called, we say, don't forget the dot, right? Because iies, it's iies with a period at the end, right? And most of the time, if you don't use the period, if you look us up, a government site will come up.
Oh, no.
So we say, Or you say put the period because if you don't, you might end up in like some sort of intelligence website. And but also the point is kind of like the point of perspective, right? And the point that is on the line of perspective, and how we all offer those. And so like when you put the point, you're keeping the message. And that's kind of what this album is going to be insinuating, the fact that we all are different artists with different backgrounds and just love to jam and play fun music.
I didn't hear you mention the title of the single, though. As a journalist, I'm required to ask that.
Oh, the single.
The single, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yes, the single will be called Wings.
Wings. Okay.
Yes. Wings. So we plan to release that here later on in the month with the music video. Yeah, that's going to be a very fun song as well. That song is going to have a little bit of like heavy electric guitar, awesome solo, bass solo from Jacob Montano, very much jazz within the verse. It's going to be a very fun song.
So the album you're working on, the experimental jazz rap album, that's coming later.
Yes. The experimental jazz rap album. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, the single and the albums, but you'll follow that up with the album.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll just have to go to your website, I guess. Is that the best way to find out new releases and upcoming shows?
Yes. So for those that are, righteous and want to step away from the social media takeover, the website's the best place to find us. That's www.iies.co.
I'll put a link to the website and your social media in the show description notes of this podcast. Last question for you, Craig. What can the audience look forward to at your upcoming Dazzle show?
Excitingly enough, we plan to present most of our new songs from our upcoming album. So it's going to be a lot of sneak peeks, which is really exciting because we've been working really hard on it. We want to give that to Dazzle. Dazzle is a place that we understand the significance of the name and the significance of who's played there before us.
Right.
We want to show kind of like our respects to the jazz side, but the hip hop side, and that's a lot of this record. It's experimental.
Sounds like a great way to bring in the new year.
Right.
Let me remind our listeners, iies will perform at Dazzle in downtown Denver on Friday, January 19th for a 9:30 p.m. show. Doors open at 9. For tickets and more info, visit dazzledenver.com. Thanks for your time today, Craig. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Steven. It was a blessing.
All right. I'll let you get back to your rehearsal. Thanks again.
Thank you. This is awesome. You're really good.
If you're enjoying the Backstage Jazz Show, we'd love for you to like, subscribe, and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And now, back to the show.
The Backstage Jazz Show was recorded at Little Raven Studios in downtown Denver, and our producer was Craig Stevens. You can find Backstage Jazz wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to stop by our website, backstage-jazz.com, where all past and current episodes have been archived. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, you can email us at backstagejazz@fastmail.com. This is Steve Roby. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Backstage Jazz.
You've been listening to the Backstage Jazz Show. Join us next time for more great jazz and interviews with your favorite musicians.